All right, yeah, I see that we are live. So everyone, hello, and thank you for joining our Tilda webinar on how to create a personal website. So while you guys are getting ready for the webinar, maybe someone will join us shortly, I will introduce myself and I will give you an idea of what are we going to do in the coming hour or so. So my name is Elizabeth and I work in Tilda Website Builder, which is the main website page that is open in front of your eyes right now. It's tilda.cc. And today I'm going to show you how anyone, literally anyone, can create a personal website without knowing how to code or how to design. All right, so what is the plan for today? First, I'm going to cover who needs the personal website, right? Who may benefit from it and in which sense. Then after, we going to have a look at a couple of examples of the personal websites so that we understand the best practices based on the experiences of many people. So how to create the nice and neat design. Do you need several pages or one page is enough, right? Then we're gonna create a personal website from scratch. In less than, I would say, 35 minutes, I would estimate like that. All right, so I will show you step by step all the process of creating a personal website. Then after we're gonna configure it, publish it. We're gonna see some settings that are essential for everyone who wants to launch their own website. And I'm gonna take your questions, all right? For the questions, please do ask them in the comment section. So I will go and check it every now and then to make sure that I don't miss any of your questions, all right? So it's more than welcome. Then if you are watching us in the recording, it's also okay to ask your questions in the comment section under this video because we are monitoring them and we're going to be happy to give you an answer as soon as you ask your question, okay? So please be proactive. If you have a very precise idea of what you need a personal website for, if you have some doubts which tool to use, if you want advice from professional designers, please go ahead and ask your question. We'll take it with pleasure. Okay, great. So as I said, this webinar will last for 1 hour or so. The recording will be available on our Tilda YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed yet, please, you can do it right now so that you will not lose and miss any of the upcoming webinars, because we hold a webinar about how to create different types of websites every 2 weeks. And yeah, every time it's a different type of webinar. We have already covered the landing pages, multi-page website, online store, and now we are going into the personal website. All right, and that's today. Cool. And the last thing, everyone who already registered themselves on this website, which is webinars.tilda.cc/en, over here, yeah, you're going to receive the link to the recording of this webinar tomorrow. All right, so don't worry, you will get it into your inbox. So if you cannot watch it right now or join our live session, you're going to receive it to the inbox. All right. Great, so let's get started, right? First of all, I want to show you several examples of what a personal website can look like, okay? If you want some inspiration, or if you don't know what to start from, or if you want to just check out a list of different designs, okay, the place to do it is a Made on Tilda website. It is our own collection, the collection that Tilda designers are gathering every day. We receive many requests of the people who are building websites on Tilda to join this collection. So we choose the best ones and we publish them over here. and it's a great source of inspiration. Apart from this, there is Dribble, there is Behance, and all the other well-known, let's say, design libraries. All right, but this is the nice library in a sense that all the websites are made on Tilda, so you can be sure that you will be able to do the same thing, at least not worse than that, okay? You will maybe understand how to use different blocks or sections in a new way. All right, so who may benefit from having a personal website? Why on earth, when all the social media are so active, why on earth would you spend your time, invest your money into something like a website, okay? So here's why. First of all, if you are starting your own activity, okay, like a consultancy, coaching, or something like this, you want to promote it, right? Even more importantly, if your activity is B2B, you want to gain trust. Even if it's B2C, you want to gain trust too, okay? So what you need is the trust. And the trust, let me just change the scene, yeah, like this, so that you can see better the designs. The trust can be gained in many ways, and one of these ways is to create your own website, okay? So you obviously will have the social media accounts, but in this account you will add the link to your website so that the client will see already, or potential client will see already your portfolio, will have a better understanding of your professionalism, okay? Especially if you work in design sphere, this is also a nice step for the client to see how you actually do designs, right? How did you design your website? If you're having a side project, let's say a cooking recipe website that you want to share with your community, or if you want to, if you do any hobby, like a sport hobby, or if you do videos from your travels and trips, it's a nice idea also to gather them in one place that will be your personal website, right? So other people can reach out and can, get to know you and your thing better. And in the same time, you're going to present your ideas, and you will have just one simple link that you can share with everyone without sending them, heavy videos or heavy images. One link, and you give a presentation of yourself. If you work as a freelancer, that's another a group of people who can benefit from making a personal website. So if you're a freelancer, absolutely you have to have a personal website, especially if you're in a creative, okay, if you're a photographer, designer, copywriter, or whatever else it can be. Apart from gaining trust, you also can use the website as a promotional tool, because you can work and increase your SEO, which is the search engine optimization, in a way that when people Google you, they will end up on your website, not on something strange from the social media or from other people who have similar name to yours, all right? This is another good thing about having a personal website. And also, if you develop your personal brand, of course, you want to have a website to promote it. So if you're a podcaster, if you're an author, if you want other people to book you for keynote speeches, or if you want to be more present in the industry, having a nice website will also be a good idea. Okay, so now let me show you some templates that we have on Tilda, templates that are made for the personal websites. Okay, so I just Google personal, not Google, sorry. I search for the word personal. Okay, and here are several results that I have. So, for example, a psychotherapist, personal stylist, okay, cosmetic clinic, okay, it's now clinic. Let's have a look at this psychotherapist website template. Okay, so until that, if you want to create a website, as I said, you don't need to know anything about code or design. So you can be a psychotherapist, for example, and you can do it yourself because there are very easy to use interface options as well as templates that will help you with the structure. Because what is most people struggle with is the very nice, neat, and clear structure of the website and some design tips. So I will try to make sure that after this webinar you have a very good idea of how to structure the personal website and how not to make the very common mistakes. Okay, so this is the example. So let's see what they have here. So let's say you're a psychotherapist, coach, anyone. Okay, you can use it for any kind of activity that you do. The first screen, what we see is the menu on top, right? The contacts right away. So if I want to call the person, I know how to reach out to this person. A button with booking an appointment. That's a very important thing, that you can not only reach out by phone, okay, which requires additional effort from the visitor, but you can right away click and something will happen. Okay, so in this case I click on this button and it brings me down the page to booking an appointment section, which is the, let's say, almost the last section right before the contacts, where is an online form that me as a visitor I'm supposed to fill it in. So they ask my email, phone, and name, and then the person, the author of the website, receives this information in different ways. I will talk about it in the more detail a bit later when we're gonna create our own website. Okay, so you receive these requests, these orders. You can proceed them as you like, and you can reach out to people, or you can automate the process and make a newsletter, for example, to everyone who books an appointment with you. All right, so this is the first screen, right? The picture of the person, a very clear title, the subtitle with a bit more detail. So who is it? I'm a doctor and I specialize in human emotional disorders. And practice. So everything is clear, right? Just 2 sentences, not a very long text. Okay, psychotherapist with over 7 years of experience. Okay, I understand what this website is about. That's the main, actually, goal of the first screen. Then I scroll down and I am on the second section or second block with all the education, experience, publications, and diplomas. So all these 4 sections help me gain trust in the person. So I see, okay, here's a psychologist, so why I should choose you, okay, why you are the best. And here's why, okay, they give me using bullet points, okay, no long text. I don't want to read a lot of text. I just want to, scan the text and understand that this person is qualified enough for me to keep scrolling the website, right? I did not take any decision yet, but okay, I am motivated to keep on and discover what problems do I solve. So this is the next section that helps us to understand helps us to understand if we relate to the potential client of this person. All right, so I check this list of problems. If I see something like sleep disorders, okay, so I am looking for a specialist that will deal with my sleep disorder. I see it here. I understand that it makes sense for me to keep scrolling into the booking section. Right, so this section is important because it has to be created from the point of view of the visitor, right? Because the visitor has to relate him or herself to the problems or challenges that you as a website creator deal with. All right. Here is the section with the prices. Okay, so these are very practical pieces of information with all the services and prices. So if I want to say, okay, I want to book an appointment, but how do I do this and how much should I pay? Is it online or offline? Is it via Skype or Zoom? All this practical information should be on this screen together with the price. Then I would, as a visitor, I would say, okay, well, very nice specialist, but the prices are a little bit high. Should I really invest so much money into this? And then right after, I have the review section, right? So all the people that already did the training or the sessions or whatever you do, they try the service, and here are their reviews, and they make me want to be like them. Okay, they also can relate to them, so that's why it's good to have at least 3 different reviews from 3 different types of people, so that more visitors can find the guy with whom, or the girl with whom they would relate themselves. All right. After that, another section that helps me to gain even more trust and confidence is the publications. This can be a blog section as well, booking an appointment, and contacts. All right. So this is a typical structure of a personal website. Another example is this personal stylist. So this is the template that we're gonna recreate from scratch today in a couple of moments. All right. So this is the personal stylist. Okay. Same structure. You see, different design, but the structure is the same. We have the menu on top. We have a very short title and description next to the button with the contact. Okay. Next, about me. Okay. The previous website had all the diplomas and experiences. Here as well, some bullet points and a short couple of phrases to introduce a person. Then, how do I help my clients? Right? This is for the visitor to relate. Portfolio. So this depends on the industry that you work on. If you're creative, and I guess there are many of you are into creativity, then please publish your portfolio in one way or another. Okay, this is the stylist, so she puts the pictures. Photographs is enough. They don't need to put any long videos or case studies. These are just the pictures of the looks that she created. Cool. Then the link to Instagram for me to continue. Okay, if I'm not sure, if I want to see more looks, if I did not find a person with whom I can compare myself, then I go to Instagram directly. How I work is another example of the practical information screen, right? Then it's a pop-up video. It works like this. Okay, the person clicks on this button and the pop-up video appears. So if you have videos, I will show you how to upload them to Tilda. You don't need to upload files. You just give a link to website to the YouTube or Vimeo video. Okay, so here's a kind of a case study in this case, client experience video to motivate me even more to go ahead and buy the service. Then the pricing plans, very concrete, and contact me section. Another type, you see, if I go up and I click contact, it will bring me again to this screen with the contacts, okay, with the online form that I fill in as a visitor, and the person will receive all my information. After that, there is a blog, which is a nice way to keep being visible online, keep being visible for search engines, to keep publishing information. And this really helps with the SEO. Okay, so it's a good idea. If you do write, if you do like doing blogging, then add this blogging section to your website. I will show you how. And yeah, the last section is the contacts. Great. So let's get started, and I will show you how to build such a website very fast and very easy on Tilda. So let me go into my account. So this is my dashboard, my Tilda dashboard. In order for you, if you have an account already, you know how to do it. This is the main page of Tilda, which is tilda.cc. You click login here. If you don't have account, you click sign up, right? Pretty straightforward. So login, and I'm logged into my account. From here, so all these bricks represent different projects. All right, the number of projects that you can have depends on the pricing plan that you have. And just a very short overview of the pricing plans. There are 3 on Tilda, not a lot. One is free, so you can publish your website on Tilda for free and have it online. All right, you will have one website with 50 pages. Okay, up to 50 different pages you can use. 50 mega of storage, all right? And you can use the key collection of the blocks. With the personal plan, you can have one website with 500 pages included, connect your custom domain, something you can't do on the free version of Tilda, use 1 giga of storage, so to upload any icons or images that you need, okay? And use all the features, all the blocks of Tilda. This will cost you $10 per month if you pay for the year. If you pay month by month, it will cost $15. All right. And the business plan, it's an extended plan that I am using for this account that I have for the webinars. So the business plan would allow you to have 5 websites in the same time. Each of them would include 500 pages. You will have the same 1 gigabyte of storage. Obviously, you will have the access to all the blocks, and we have more than 500 different blocks, which are the different designs for the sections of your website, pre-designed blocks, okay, that you can use. And apart from that, you will be able to export your website. So the code export is included into the business plan. Business plan costs $20 per month with annual payments, and $25 if you pay month to month. Okay, so that was a short overview of the plans and billing. And now let me create a new website. To do it, you just click here, start new website, and I would do a personal website. So that's the name of my project. That can include up to 500 pages, but I will need only one. For my personal website, I will need only 1 page. That's right. So I really recommend you to consider one-pagers if you are doing personal websites. All right, because it's easier for the visitors to navigate. It's easier for you to keep the control of it. All right. And you don't actually need all this information about you. Of course, there are exceptions, right? If you are, for example, if you're a photographer and you are working in different spheres, then it's a nice idea to have different pages for your wedding photography activities, for your, documentary photography, and commercial photography. Or if you're doing also video, it's a nice idea to have a page about your videos. But if you are really like specialized professional, and if you do only one activity, then 1 page is more than enough. All right, so here is how you create a new page on Tilda. You are presented with a choice of more than 200 different templates. Okay, to navigate through the templates, you can use these different categories on top. So online store, events, blogs, all right, contact forms, online forms. Category Z is the designs, very design raffinated templates. Or you can just search, and I'm gonna search because I'm looking for the stylist, and here I go, the personal stylist template. But I will not create a page because I promised you that I will start this template from scratch. How to do that? I go back, and here is the possibility to start designing from scratch. Blank page, I click create, and here I am in the editor, in the page editor on Tilda. So how does everything work here? First of all, to access the block library, these pre-designed sections or pieces of your website, you click more blocks. Okay, and here is the library. The library is divided into different categories based on the types of sections that you might need. Okay, it's a cover section, different designs for the cover, about us, titles, text, different images, different designs for galleries. All right, impact phrase. This is a nice thing if you have a lot of text and you want to highlight something. Direct speech is for the quotes. Okay, features, menus, different types of menus, style and links. This is a nice category for blogging. All right, online store. If you're doing online store, okay, theme to present your colleagues, and so on. So there are plenty of categories, and they're all together more than 550 blocks. So to create this template, I made a small cheat sheet so that we can do it a bit faster. So here I have the all outline of the blocks that I'm gonna use and of the texts and some settings, all right, that we're gonna apply. So first is the cover block, which is CR43. The names of the blocks are indicated over here. CR43. So this is the initial condition of the block. Yeah, I see we have a first comment. Hey, thanks for the great webinar. Is it possible to add a blog or newsfeed to a personal website? Absolutely, yes. It is more than possible. So we're gonna just stay with us. In a couple of minutes, we are going to arrive to the blog section. There are two ways to add a blog to a personal website, and I will show you both, all right? But let's start from the cover for now. So the main phrase, to edit the text, you just double click on the text and just paste the text that you want to use. Here on top, pay attention to this control panel that appears on its own when you click on the text. This panel will allow you to modify everything you need to set up your typography, okay, such as a font size, font family, font weight, text color. And text color is something that is useful for me, but I will use it in a second. So in the settings of the block, there are two types of the main, let's say, there are two ways to set up your block. One is the content, one is the settings. So the content section allows you to modify everything that has to do with content. So which photographs to use, which text to use. Okay, here you can modify the title and description. Okay, here you can upload another photograph, and you can also add a button to this cover. Okay, so everything that has to do with the content you modify in the content section of the blog. Everything that has to do with the look of the website, for example, the background color, the how many columns the block width is, or how tall is the block, how high it is, and all the other types of the appearance settings, you will find in the settings section, all right? Each block has different set of settings, clearly, because of the different set of the elements that it includes. Okay, so here what I want to modify is the background color, and the background color here I want to use almost black but not quite black, yet really dark one. All right, so since I'm using the dark background color, I will change the text color. Obviously the text color will be white, right? And here is the description phrase that I want to paste. Wait. All right, so as you may have noticed, to modify text, there are two ways to do that on Tilda. So either you go to the content section, all right, you click here and you modify the text over here, or you modify the text right in the editor, okay? This is, something that I prefer to do because it's faster and it's kind of more intuitive. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do here is to change the picture, the photograph, right? So let me go to, let me go to this folder where I prepared all the pictures for our website. To change the picture on Tilda, it's very easy, right? So the cover page, I will show you one way here. Cover page. So you just take a picture that you want to use, you drag and drop it, and here we go. It is uploaded automatically. Great. So we've got a cover right now, okay, in 1 minute or so. Great. I think that the let me check. Everything is great. So the next block is About Me section, right? And it's in the About category. It's About 902. This one. Very nice block with 3 pictures on the left, a title and description on the right. So for the title, I paste About Me. This is the description. I just copy and paste it. And in the description we had, do you remember? We had several bullet points, which I would add over here as well. Here they are. Okay, how to save changes on Tilda, right? It's an important moment. So you don't need to to save anything, sorry, because every change that you implement is saved automatically as soon as you click outside of the text box. Okay, so while you're modifying the text, it is still modifiable. Okay, once you finished, you just click on any place around it. So I'll click here, and it's saved. All right. To go back, if you did something wrong and you want to undo your action, here is the button undo for you to step back. Okay, for example, something like this. Okay, but I will bring back my bullet points. And what else do I have here? The background color is different, right? Let's just have a small comparison. So this is the first screen that we just made, the cover. Oh, sorry, I forgot about this button. That's right. How do I add a button? Well, button is a part of a content. So I go to the content section and I'm looking for the button tab. Here is the button tab, and button title will be contact. Right, the link, well, here you can use any link. Since I don't need any links for the moment, I will just make a /. So the button appeared on its own, but the color is wrong, right? We want this red one. How do I change the color? Well, the color has to do with the appearance, so I go to the settings section of the block, and I'm looking for the buttons tag again. Here it is, and background color, right? Let me just copy the this red color hex code. Yep, save and close, and here we go. So let's compare personal stylist. Do you see the difference? Oh yes, you do. The difference is in the font. There are different fonts between the template and the page and my page, right? So how do I modify fonts on Tilda? That's a very good question. First of all, I want to tell you that you can use any font on earth for your Tilda project. All right, and now I will show you how. So here on top, you have several buttons, right? We're gonna talk about every one of them, but now I want to pay attention to the more button. So you click on the more, and here we have fonts, right? These are the fonts that are available as standard fonts in the Tilda library. Okay, they are free for all Tilda users. Okay, you can just switch and see how they present themselves, if you like them or not, and apply them immediately to the website. For example, I applied Futura, and you see everything has changed. Okay, let me just check which font is used here. Okay, it's Open Sans. Great. If you don't know, there is a nice extension which is called Fonts Ninja or VotFont. There are two extensions that help you identify the fonts of the website in 1 second. So it's Sans. I go back to fonts, and I want to use this Open Sans font, and here I am, Personal Stylist. Now it's pretty much the same, apart from the description is bigger than mine. Okay, so how do I increase the font size? So I highlight the font, I go up to this control panel, and I look for the font size button. Okay, I click on it, and here we go, 20 for the subtitle, and I would go for, no, 62 too much, 52 maybe for the title. Let's compare. Yeah, pretty much the same. All right, so now we know how to create a nice cover, how to upload images on Tilda, how to modify text and do some other typographical edits, how to add and set up buttons, and let's move on. Okay, so the About Me section. We have already entered the text over here, so now we need to drag and drop the pictures, right? I will show you here another way of modifying the pictures is through content section of the block. So I click content, and here I have all the list of the pictures used. Let me open my library, and here I have the first picture. So instead of just dragging and dropping it into the layout, I can drag and drop it over here, upload file, okay, and the file is uploaded. Another way for me to do this is through upload file pop-up window, okay. This will allow me to search the right image on my computer, right? But I don't want to I don't want to search it because I have everything here. So I'll just go ahead and upload the second picture, save and close, and the third one I will upload okay, through the content section as well. Let me do it quickly. Save and close, and here we go. Let's compare it to the original. About Me is not caps, right? That's what I thought. About Me, no caps. No caps lock, thank you. About Me. Okay, let's go to the content and see. No, let's go to the settings and to typography settings to find out why we have uppercase all the time for the title. Well, because this little checkbox is selected, title uppercase. I want this uppercase, okay, I deselected. And by the way, just draw your attention to all the variety of the typographic settings that you can use here in this block, which include like bottom margin, title max width, description, and title colors, font size, and so on. Save and close, and here I go. Great, so we, I think in 10 minutes we have done first two screens of the website. Let's go on. I did not draw your attention to how do you add blocks on Tilda, right? So the first time, we clicked on this More Blocks button, but what if I want to create a block in between two blocks, okay? So to do this, I need to use this little black circle with the plus icon. This is the button that opens up a block library for me. And if I want to add another block, which will be, by the way, which one? It will be How I Work. No, sorry. It's going to be after About Me section. There is a How I Help My Clients section, obviously. And it's FR 205, which means it's the features category, and 205 is this one. Okay, so I click and the block gets added. It is added in between the blocks that I clicked on this plus icon. Now I want this block be situated just below the About Me section. So how do I move blocks upwards and up and down on the page? Pay attention to the right side of the block. Here you have several buttons. Okay, let's just give a very short overview of them. Duplicate. This button allows you to make a copy of the block right under. Okay, this is the button obviously to delete the block. Gets deleted. The next button allows you to hide or show the block when you publish the website. So you can keep your block, but if you are not yet sure if you want to publish it or not, you can hide it like that, okay, and it won't be visible when you publish the page. Then after you can come back and keep editing it. Then you can cut, copy, paste, and select blocks from one page to another if you have multi-page website, for example, or from one project to another if you have several projects on the account. And the last two buttons here obviously is to move up or move down your block, and that's what we are looking for. We want to move this block down. Bam, it's down. Great. So now I want to change the content. I will do it very quickly because we already understand pretty well how to work with the text on Tilda, right? So how I help my clients, let me see what is the original look of this block. So first of all, we forgot to change the background color of this block about me, okay? So I go back, and to change the background color, well, it's in the settings category, settings section, whatever you may call it. So here is the block background color setting, and here is the color. So just copy and paste the hex code of the block, of the color. You can always find these color codes in the Tilda colors library, okay? And the color is changed. Cool. This block has a white background color, so I just delete this one. Very good. And here, how to modify all these different services. So first of all, I want to get rid of the 3 of them because I only have 4. Okay. So what do I need to do? I need to modify the number of items per row. Okay. I want to have 4, and I want to delete 2 of them. Right. How do I do this? The fastest way is to use the content section. Click content. I find an items tab, and I go on. So first of all, I delete 1, 2. I just deleted 2 items. Then I want to change the content for others. Here's my content. There were no titles, just the descriptions, and the icons I will change later. For the moment, I will just delete them like this. Up, great. Description up again. Description, and yeah, here's the 3rd item. Choosing clothes is a desperation for me. Yeah, I'm one of the good clients of this Annie. I don't know how to choose clothes. Yeah, I know how to choose black shirts, black t-shirts. That's it. In dots, I use black. All right, so here what we have done. So we have the 4 items with the correct content, but it does not look at all like this, right? So we need to add these round circles, as if circles may not be round. The red circles, that's what I wanted to say. So red circles, and we need to have all the items in line in one row. Let's get to work. So in settings, I want to go and change the number of blocks per row to 4. Up, here we go. Then I would also like to increase the description font size to 22. Is it 22? No, it's too big. Sorry guys. Back to settings, typography, 20. It's 20 pixels. No, not 2 pixels. 20. That's correct. And now back to content section, items, and I want to use those red circles. Whoops, no. Red circle. Yeah, I have prepared everything in advance. Just for you to know, if you want to use anything of the template, but you don't want to use the template itself, you can always go to this block of the template, click on the image, and it will be available for you to download. Okay, so all the pictures, all the icons used, you can download. More than that, we have a built-in photo library on Tilda. Which is the collection of 600,000, even more, plus, no? 600,000 plus photos and images over here, which you can use for free for all types of projects, including commercial, right? For example, I put stylist, search, and here, oops, that's what it happens when you don't close the applications during your live streaming. I'm really sorry for that. So the stylist is the keyword that I use to search through the library, and here are all the different types of the images that I may use with the related images and so on. So in case you don't have the images prepared, you can always use our library, okay? And in case you don't have the icons, you can also use the Tilda icons collection. which is a free collection of icons that you can either select and paste into your website, or you can download them in SVG format and then do whatever you want with them, right? Okay, so just so you know, all right? And in the meantime, I think we want to change again the typography and the size of the font. Still too big. 18 it is. It's 18 pixels. Right. How I help my clients? Oh, last thing, the red circles are too big. How do I do this? I changed the image width. Let me just experiment. I don't know. Oops. Yeah, something like this. Looks pretty similar, right? Yeah. And the block here, let me see. It takes, yeah, well, I would say it's fine for me. I think over here it's a bit more narrow, but I like my block as well. Yeah, it's quite nice. So the next block is portfolio. Great. Let me go to my cheat sheet and add the TL02B. It sounds like a Star Wars robot name, but actually TL is for tile and link. All right? No, this is TE. Wait a second. So I can also search by the block name. Okay, if I'm not sure which category the block belongs to, but I know its technical name, I can just go ahead, search the library, and I will understand that this is the title, right? This is the title block. Very good, because this section is built out of two different blocks: the title section and the title block and the gallery block. So for the title, we have portfolio and a nice phrase. I just copied and pasted. Portfolio I can type myself. Very good. And the background color I want to change to this one. So a good tip, a nice tip for you to use for your project. I don't know if you have noticed the pattern, but every second block has the background color. And this one doesn't. This is white one. So let's go to the template back. The next one is white again. And then colored. Okay, white again. So this is, the logic is the same as when you do the Excel sheets. Okay, I don't know if you have ever worked in Excel or created any types of tables, or maybe you have to deal with it sometimes when you have a timetable, for example, in front of you. So if you have several lines or several rows of information, and it's very difficult to understand which, to connect the dots between the first item in the, 31st line and the second one, you don't want to miss the lines. So usually the lines are colored in two colors, the white and the colored, so that you will understand very quickly what belongs to which line. So this is the same principle over here. So we have different blocks, different sections that are highlighted by the fact that they have or don't have the background color, right? And so this makes it easier for people to understand that this, for example, section is the one section. So for me as a visitor, portfolio seems like the whole section, right? The gallery and the title. Technically, these are the two different blocks, this title and the gallery. But since we color them in the same way, we add the same background color to them, we are going to see that they look like one block. So you basically visually manipulate your visitors, which is okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So the next block I want to add is the gallery block. Gallery number 27. So these are all the types of galleries you can use. And 27 is here. No, it's not 27. What am I saying? It's 23, right? It's gallery, masonry gallery. Okay, and now I will just drag and drop these pictures over there. 1, 2. Or perhaps I will go to the content and just count the number of pictures that we need. Let's just see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I will delete all the rest. Okay, just to leave the 6 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after this wave, I don't need anything else. I just delete them like that. Great. And I replace images with the custom ones. The first 2 I have already uploaded. The third one. The fourth. The 5th. In the meantime, I want to remind you that if you have any questions, please don't hesitate and ask me in the comments. And I promise again that we're gonna come back very soon and check the blog, how to add a blog section to your personal website. So the background color I change here as well. Save and close. Here we go. Something is not exactly correct. First of all, there is a very big spacing in between. If you want to use 2 blocks for one section, you need to use very narrower spacing than between 2 sections, right? That makes sense. So in order to modify the spacing in between 2 sections on Tilda, you can just hover over with your mouse to the edge of the block and start dragging it up or down. You will see how the how your spacing value is changing in pixels and in values, okay, in just numbers, okay. And here is all right. We have done it, and now I want the pictures to be a bit bigger, right? In the settings, I try style tree for the card style, right? And here we go. That's what we were looking for. Another modification is the padding between columns. 20 pixels. Okay, a bit more spacing in between columns. Okay, just like here. Next section is the text section. Okay, to discover more looks and styles, follow me on Instagram. It's text02. Can you guess if it's gonna... Oops, sorry, it's title. I got a mistake. I just need a text block category. Don't confuse it, like me. Title and text block, 2 different categories, okay? On titles, you have different titles and subtitles. Text block is just text, okay? So we want a text like this. We modify it. We want it to be centered. Okay, 22 pixels max. Do we need to color the background or not? How do you think? 1, 2, 3. Well, I'll give you the answer. Well, of course, we want to color it because it belongs to the previous section, right? It is all about portfolio. First, we show the pictures, then we say to discover more looks, follow me on Instagram. That's how it looks here, right? Great. So we go to settings, block background color. We use this background color. Very good. So it was 22, yes, 22, the text size. The text color should be, I think, black. Yes, it is. Very good. Let me check in typography so that the text is really 18, because it looks to me a bit bigger than that, but okay, well, fine. And the next one is the button, right? Let me see. Here's the button, Instagram button. So I go to the button, form and button category, and I add a single button. That's very easy, right? Let me check. So the name is Instagram, right? Text and border color is this red. This is the hex code for this red color. Yay. Border radius, no border radius. Okay. The block background color, yes, I need to modify it. And I need to modify the size of the button, of the button, of the button. Lapsuses. So the size of the button, how do I change it? Well, I need to find the setting for that, right? It should be there. Button size, voila. There are 5 different button sizes, and I need the small one. Save and close. Here we go. To change the name of the button, we go to the content section and put Instagram. And here we put the link to the Instagram. Okay. I do a bit less the. I'll change a little bit the spacing. Yeah. Looks very nice. Here I would leave 3.5. And the next block. So the next block is how I work. It looks like this, just to remind you. Yeah, it's like a timeline, one would say, or yeah, different stages. Okay, personal consultations, shopping, and follow-up. So let's nail it. How it works, categories, what we need as a type of the block. And we use 202 design, this one. How I work instead of how it works. Great. And let me just copy and paste this text very quickly so that we have time for more interesting things, because it's quite straightforward. Modifying text on Tilda is, yeah, piece of cake. So you don't need to know anything. You can be just 2-year-old, copy and paste. And then again, copy and paste. It looks like a workout in the morning, you know, just lift it up, put it down, lift it up, put it down. Great. So to modify the font size and the color of this 1, 2, 3 circles, I need to go to this settings panel, right? Sorry, forgetting the words, strangely enough. Okay, and yeah, so this is the circle background color. That's what we are looking for, and we need to make it red like that. Okay, and then in typography, I want to change the title font size to 22 and description font for no, not description, yeah, 20. Let's see, yeah, okay. This one I want 24. 22, yeah, 22 here. Does it look the same? Too much. I would put 20, honestly. Too much for me. 20 will do. Cool, great. So how work section is done, except for the background color. Yeah, there is no background color. Very good. That's what we need. The next one is the YouTube, right? So it's the video from the YouTube that opens when you click on the button. The block is from the cover category, right? So let's go to cover 41, and here it is. So this block can be used as a cover, but you see here in this design, we use it as one of the blocks in the middle of the website just to present you with the video. And that's a nice use case of Tilda, right? You have a number of blocks with different types of categories. They have their names, but you're not obliged to follow these, okay? You can use it creatively, okay? So yeah, just use the blocks as you need them, not as it is written on the paper. I just changed the background picture, and I have another question. Hello, so where can I find those codes for colors of the background? Right, that's a great question. So first of all, the great way to search through colors is Tilda Colors. Tilda Colors is a library with plenty of colors. So if you are looking for the right color or the right gradient, right, for your design, you can go to tilda.cc/colors, okay, and yeah, just browse the colors, and then in case you want to use one of them, you just hover over it, and you have this hex color on top. You see, if you click on it, color gets copied, and then if I go back, I add another block over here. I go to its settings, background color. I paste the color code I just copied, and here it is in my design. So this is one of the ways to find these hex color codes, okay? Tilde colors. Otherwise, if you work on Figma, if you are designing on Figma, there you can always see the color code in the settings panel. But this is, yeah, one of the best way. Another way is to upload or use the Chrome extension that would help you to identify the colors. You just hover over the any element on the website, any website that you meet, that you browse on the web, and it gives you the hex color for the color. Okay, just Google hex color Chrome extension, and you're gonna find it. Hope this helps. If not, please do ask me further questions. Okay, so very good. We go back, and I will show you. Yeah, so here you see the if I click on the button, let me show you. I click on the button, and yeah, the pop-up opens showing me actually the YouTube video. So how do I do that? In the content section, I have the field which is called YouTube video ID, and this is where I want to paste my my video ID. Okay, so I have prepared it over here. All right, I copy and paste it, and then I click on it right in the editor mode, and I can see what people would see when we publish, when we go online. Okay, so this is the pop-up window with the YouTube website. Okay, very quickly I set up settings. We don't have a lot of time. So pop-up and play button color should be red, as you can remember. Here it is. Okay, and I would make it a little bit narrower, a little bit more narrow, the cover height. Okay. Now this is too narrow, so this is the cover height setting in pixels. Okay, and this is what I wanted to reach. Oh yeah, and I need to change the picture. I think I used the wrong one. Yeah. It's because you can move the picture. So this picture is quite tall, and you see, this is the same picture. It was just shown the upper part of this picture before, and now I use it in the same way as it is used over here. Okay, yeah, I think the block height in the example is even shorter. I'll try 550. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. Yeah, there are some differences, but okay, let's just forget about them, because I would like you to see the whole process of creating other blocks as well, publishing the website, okay, going live and adding a block to your website. And that's what I want to show you. So we have another couple of blocks, which is the pricing plans, a contact me section. I will show you over here, services, this one. Let me show you this one, okay? Contact me is very important one because it has a form inside. Okay, so it includes the form, and this is an important part of any landing page because you want people to reach out to you. You want people to leave their personal information for you. So let me show you just these two blocks. After that, we will publish the website, and then I will show you how to add a blog on Tilda. And lastly, I will go over a very quick overview of the page and site settings that you need to set up before going live seriously. All right, so let's go very quickly. The pricing plans is PL 105, which is the pricing plans section, pricing plans category. Sorry, in the blog gallery. 105 is here. Here's how it looks. Here's what it looks before we modify it. Okay, just copy and paste the text very quickly. First is express shopping. Okay, without one. Okay, I don't have the subheadings at all, and I don't have the buttons. By the way, I will show you how to get rid of them. Right, express shopping sites, 100 euro. Dollars, of course. Yeah, just living in Europe, thinking in euros. In the city, okay. Then shopping. Shopping is the pricing plans that is highlighted. You see over here in the design, it is highlighted by default. So put in the middle a plan that you would like your visitors to buy the most. Okay, here it's the most expensive plan, you see. So you are not obliged to go from the cheapest to the most expensive, from the left to the right at all. You can put the most expensive or the cheapest one or whatever you want in the middle of the page, so that the person, when I see it, I think that the shopping option is the best. Okay, and then I go right and left on the side to check what else do you have. Okay, so now I go to the setting, to the content settings, and I want to get out of these buttons. So I just delete the button title. Okay, so delete the button. Sorry, you don't need to do anything. You just delete its title. The same thing is when you want to add a button. You just go to the content section. Okay, and you add a button title, right? Then it appears. Then you modify what it looks like in settings panel, in the settings panel. All right. So the next section will be, the blog background color. It's time for this blog, you see, to have a background color. Oops, copy and paste. Very good. So the next one is the contact me section, which is the form and button category, BF311N. So form and button category is a very important one. If you create any website that is a landing page, basically, that has to have a call to action, this is the category you want to use, okay? It includes all the types of buttons and forms, different types of online forms, subscription forms. You see, it's already pre-designed, so you just think a little bit what design you prefer or what goes best with your website design, and you choose. Okay, so we want this one. Here we modify the title. Is there any subtitle over here? Oh yes, there is. Here I copy and paste the subtitle. Very nice. Then about the fields, okay, the input fields, let me tell you now. You can modify, and you can modify them as much as you want, because on Tilda, so you go to content, input fields, and this is the list of input field types that are supported on Tilda. So we receive a lot of questions with people that are asking, oh, can I make a poll, or can I make an online form having this or that type of input field? Well, mostly, like 99% of these questions have a yes answer, right? Because we have, all the necessary input types for all types of the websites. Okay, from drop-down menus, name, phone, email, date and time, where people can, choose the date, for example, birth date, okay, if you're a doctor or it's a website for the medical clinic, the quantity and comments, white space, hidden fields, calculations even, okay, and so on. So the input types, plenty, okay, and you can add more input fields. Okay, for example, let me add a one-line input field with the input title of, I don't know, your question. I save and close, and here it is, okay, with the title. If I use it and the title as a yeah, I had to use it as an input placeholder. So yeah, I have the correct design, you see? And you can keep adding or deleting or modifying these input fields until you get the right structure for your case, for your website. Very good. So here I would like to change the background picture, and pay attention. Over here we have a filter on top of this picture, right? Can you see it? Here I have the picture, and here is the picture with the filter on it, so that the text is more visible. How do I do that? So obviously I do it in the settings because it has to do with the appearance. And in the settings I see, I look for the cover style tab, which includes this filter start color field. Okay, I go back to my cheat sheet. Very good. And I copy the filter start color, this pinky color with the 90% of opacity, and I want to use parallax effect over here. Very good. What happened? The text is not legible at all because it's white, right? I need to change it to black. So text color, black. No, me as well. Has to be black. Description has to be black. Very nice. Now the fields and the button. Okay, so the fields are different. If you see, here is the name, the phone number with the American, the first time the USA phone number type, okay, and a free answer, right? Tell me about your needs and desires. So let me modify these things. First, in the content, email is email, phone, yes. So it's +1. Yep. Yeah, this is the phone mask that will allow you to control that all the fields are filled in correctly. Okay, the next is the multi-line text field. With the text, what was the text? Tell me about your needs and desires. Well, I will just tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. Save and close, and now I modify the look of these fields. So what do I have here in my notes? Background color is for the buttons. Okay, and 0 bar. Right, buttons, background color is red. And here I have the border radius of 30 pixels. Okay, so I round those borders, round those edges. Very nice. The contact section is done. Here is this yellow thing that indicates and reminds me, yeah, you agree to our terms and conditions, a very important thing. Sorry, I forgot to mention about it. I want to make it black as well, so that it's readable. So coming back to this form settings, so this yellow thing lets you know that you did not publish your page first, and you did not connect any data collection services to collect the information that you received from the people that fill in the form, right? To do this, you need to go to the site settings and set up the form. I'll do it just in a moment. I just want to publish the page as soon as possible. All right, so I go back and let me see the contacts. The last section is the contacts section. CN 107. Contacts 107. Here we go. Here it is. Yeah, I just skipped the blog, okay, because I want to publish first. I want to show you how to publish, and then I will come back to the blogging part. Contacts, yep. Then it's a phone number and email and the social media. Social media is very important now, so this we don't need. So the social media, how would I change the links to my social media? In the content section, of course. Here's social media links, and I can add more social media icons. For example, if I have a YouTube channel and Behance profile up, they are already added, okay? And they're all clickable, obviously. So now let me just modify the styling, okay? The background color and the color of the icons. So the background color is almost black, this very dark brown black color. Social media icons are red, okay? And the typography, I modify the title and the description colors to white. Right? The email, if you want email to be clickable, you can leave this. If you don't want, first you can remove edit the link, and then you can remove it all together by clicking remove. Okay, very good. So that's the contacts section. We are done. Follow me on social media. We didn't try it. Follow me on social media, and I want to give you very good news is that we are ready to publish this website, right? So let's have a look just before we publish the website. How does it look? How do I do this? There is a button called preview, so just click it, and I have a possibility to see how my website visitors will see the website once it's published, but it's not published yet, okay? But it looks like as if it was published. Very nice. The buttons are clickable. Okay, I can submit my application, and here the buttons are also clickable too. And the good thing about the preview mode is that you can check how your website looks on different devices. Okay, you can switch from desktop to tablet mode and mobile phone mode. Okay, and I must remind you that all the blocks from the library in Tilda are adaptable and responsive by default. So you don't need to create another design for a mobile version and then yet another one for the tablet one. Everything is pre-designed already, all the device types, okay? And you just don't think about it, right? Saves you time. Great. And now, well, we are ready to publish. To publish, I click publish, and the last step just before publishing, I need to set the site address, right? The website address that will be used for my website. This is an important thing, yet it can be modified afterwards as much as you want, okay? So for the moment, I will just use the Wayne stylist. And another important notion over here is that you can either use a tilde.ws domain, subdomain, if to be correct, address for free. Okay, so you modify the beginning part of your website address, and then in the end you will always have the tilde.ws. This will be for free forever. Okay, or you can buy your own domain on any domain registrar and connect your domain to your Tilda website. So there are two options. Okay, so I save and continue. The website is being published, and I have the link to my website, and here now it is online. Okay, now it's really live, and I can share this link with my friends, with my colleagues. I can add it to my profiles on social media and so on. So this is the fully functional website that I have. Now let's go back to the blog. All right, so I want to add this blog part in between the contact me section and the contacts, right? So I press this plus icon. Very quickly, how you can use blog on Tilda. There are two ways. First of all is the one, this way is used over here. In case you don't publish a lot of blog posts. In case, just to measure if it's a lot or not a lot, right? You can say, well, I publish every week. Is it a lot or not a lot? So just think about the limitations, okay? On the one project can have up to 500 pages. So if you know that the number of blog posts that you publish will never ever reach this limit, then you are good to go with this way that I will just show you that is used for this website. If you are posting and posting and keep posting and you want more, okay, you're a bit undecided if 500 will be enough or not, then it's better to use feeds. It's a built-in blogging solution on Tilda that allows you to have up to 5,000 blog posts. Okay, and they are very nicely designed in a way that you can schedule them. You don't need to go there and publish, manually every blog post. You can schedule them for the whole week, and they're gonna be updated on their own on your website. You don't need to republish the website and so on. So, but first, I will show you the solution for those who don't publish a lot. For those who for whom 500 pages will be more than enough. I need a tile and link category, okay? And I guess so for our, it's TE700 for the blog that is used in our template, okay? So blog, I write about fashion, very good. Title was modified, and now how does it work? So the logic behind is very simple. You have several pages. Each page is a blog post, okay? To put them all together here on the main page, you simply go to the content section, and each item is a blog post, right? So you upload a picture, several pictures, one picture for each blog post. You add a title and description. You can also add a subtitle, which is up to you. And then you can add a button, 1 or 2 buttons per post. You see, it can have 2 buttons or just 1. And basically that's it. So you just provide a link to the page of your post. It can even be the post outside of Tilda, outside of your website. Okay, it can be publishing the post on Medium, for example, and you can add the links to your posts right here. Okay, so and then you can go on and add more and more items over here. Add new item, duplicate them, turn them off and on, delete them, and so on. Okay, so then you can add a button with a see more, for example, view more title that will lead to the separate page of your website where you will have the whole list of the blog posts, or to the Medium, okay, or to any other blogging platform that you're using. But if you want to use Tilda as your blogging platform, there's another solution. So I would add another blog from the blog news and feeds category. Let's say this one, okay? So our news. Very nice. So how does this work? I go to the content section and I click on this feeds link. What happens is that I'm automatically redirected to the feeds service, which is a built-in service on Tilda, the blogging tool that allows me to post daily news and very frequent blog posts easier. Okay, I click get started. This is important notice that you need to read and accept. Basically, it says that you're not gonna publish any content about political or social topics. Okay, and then you create a feed. Okay, let's say stylist blog. You add a feed. Okay. In this feed, there are default 3 default blog posts. Okay, and this is their dates and visibility. You can modify if this is a draft or it's available online, and you don't need to do anything else. Okay, to modify the post, you go here is the text editor here, title, description. You can add a image, gallery, video, and modify the SEO settings. Okay, additional settings. And so add keywords, and one. Now, on your Tilda website editor side, to connect this feed, because you can have many feeds, okay, and you can add blog posts to these feeds. To connect the exact feed to exact blog, you go to the content section, and here you choose the feed that you want to use for this particular blog. Okay, so feed stylist blog, for example, I save and close, and here are those 3 default posts that we have just seen. Okay, and every time you add a new post, gets added automatically over here. You don't need to update anything. Very good. I have another question here. How do I receive bookings from my clients? How to set up this option? Thanks so much. Great question. I was just about going there. So with blogs, I hope everything is clear. If not, please let me know. You have the help section, which is over here. It's our help center where you can actually put blog, or let's say feeds, to have very detailed instructions on how to use feeds and how to add a news feed to your page. Okay, so you don't quite need me, because it's step-by-step, very detailed explanation here with the screenshots, and yeah, I'm sure you will understand how to use feeds on your own. So help tilda.cc, or from your Tilda dashboard, you click here, or on this orange circle that is also a access to the help center. Very good. So now the best question is every question is great. This question is one of the most important questions. How do you receive information from this online form? How do I set it up? So to set it up, I need to go to the site settings. I can go there directly from my edit mode by clicking more site settings, or I can click to the name of my project, go back to my dashboard and click here site settings. Okay, both ways are equally the same. You will end up in the site settings. So here on the left you have several tabs. Tab you want is the forms tab. Here you have a list of all the data collection services that are available and integrated on Tilda. There are many. Let me just give a quick overview. So first of all, there are frequently used ones: email, Google Sheets, Telegram, Trello. How does it work? You choose the email, for example. Enter your email address, connect it to the online form on the page editor, republish the page, and then every time the person fills in the form, you will receive a notification on your email with all the information that he or she filled in on the website. Another way, and it's a nice idea to have several of those data collection services so that you are sure that no requests or applications are lost. Because, for example, if you lose the access to your emails, you will lose all your orders, right? That's catastrophic, isn't it? So yeah, you want to have a backup data collection service. Google Sheets is a nice way because it creates a table in Google Sheets with the columns that correspond to the input fields types, right? Yeah. So you have each row corresponds to each order or application with the name, email, phone number, for example, of the person. So you have it very nicely organized. All the orders or all the applications are very nicely organized on its own. Same thing is for Trello. The Trello desk will be created automatically with all the columns and information about your applications. Then you can also connect the CRM service. One of them is the free built-in Tilda CRM, where you can actually manage all the orders. Or if you're using already another CRM, you can connect it here, okay, such as HubSpot CRM, Pipedrive, Salesforce, Monday.com, and others, okay, and then your submissions will end up in this CRM. And this is the list of the email marketing services. So this is for those who want to do the email marketing. and send newsletters, you can connect any email marketing service and send newsletters to the people. And some other additional services like Slack, Webhook, and Zapier that allows you, by the way, to connect services that are not listed here, that are not automatically integrated. With Tilda, you can integrate them yourself using Webhook. Okay, but this is for those who have some advanced knowledge of web. Very good. I really hope this answers your question. If not, please let me know. Another question. Great. So blogs is just a portal for feeds, right? Well, depends what you mean. Blogs. If you want to say that this blog or this blog would be the portal for the feeds to be translated, then yes, exactly. You created feeds with the posts, and then they are displayed over here in this blog. That's correct. Great. So let me just tell you how you can optimize your website before or after you have already published it. There are several steps to do to make sure that your website is displayed very nicely on Google and on social media. What you need to know is that there are two types of settings, like after design settings, let's say. The setting for the page and setting for the website, for the whole project, okay? So those settings that you change will apply to all the pages in your project, because you can have many, right? You can add another one. I'll create another page, and then I have two pages, right? 1 and 2, and this can go up to 500. So in order to modify the settings for this particular page, I go here to the page settings, and what I want to modify first of all is the page title, page description, and the page image. By default, the page image is the first image on the page, right? You remember this girl is the picture of the girl is the one that we use for the cover, right? So it's the first picture on the website, and it is used as a page, which is totally okay for me. Now I go back to page title, and I want to put Annie Wayne personal stylist. And now I will show you how this title and description are displayed. Okay, page description, personal stylist services in London, let's say. Okay, I save changes. I go back to the page settings, and look, the social share preview, you can always have it here. So the three components of the social share preview are the page, the picture, right? The title that I just entered, and the description. And the fourth component is the website URL, which is over here. Okay, so make sure it's not a project 123 or something. That is the URL that is human friendly and also search engine friendly, or whatever is human friendly would be search engine friendly as well. Okay, the best practices is to use the keywords for the title and subscription and description, because this is the preview on Google, right? So when people would search for personal stylist in London, right, they might probably not know who Annie Wayne is, so they would not Google her name, but they would Google stylist London personal, right? These are the three keywords that we need to make sure to have in the title and in the description. Very good. So these are the main page settings that you want to configure. Now, as for the site settings, in this long list of settings, let me just give you an idea of the highlights. Okay, website title and description. These are the title and description used only in Tilda. They don't really matter. They are for you so that you understand and make difference between different projects and pages you have, right? This is the custom subdomain on Tilda we used when we first published the page, right? We defined it. You can always, anytime, you can choose it. You can change it, sorry. Okay, so this is totally up to you. You can change it every day, nothing will happen. And then you can even do the automatic redirection from the old website URL to the new one. So don't worry if you already sent your link to your friends and then you changed its URL a little bit because you realized that that wasn't a mistake, don't panic. You can still redirect them from the old address to the new one. Okay, fonts and colors is the it's the setting to change the fonts. How to change basic fonts we have already seen, and here you can add fonts from Google or Adobe fonts libraries or upload your own font. That's why I told you that you can use any font on earth for your Tilda project. Homepage is where you define the homepage, the main page of your project. Be sure to define it, not leave it like this, undefined, because otherwise the website won't be published. The domain is the setting for those who bought their own custom domain, and here you paste it, and here's the instruction how to do all the rest, how to set up and connect your Tilda website to your domain name. All right, so pay attention to these orange links that are spread all around the interface. They really help you to understand what to do when you are stuck on something. Okay, they all are the links to the help center. Then analytics. So first of all, you have here the built-in website analytics. Just a very quick overview. So here you have all the stats, okay, of how your website is performing, and different tab for online store. So you make sure, you can be sure that you have all the statistics on Tilda, within Tilda, okay? Otherwise, you can also connect Google Analytics. You can add a Google Tag Manager and Pixel, the Facebook Pixel, if you use it, and track the performance of your website really seriously. SEO. So we really take it seriously on Tilda. That's why we, first of all, have very flexible settings for the technical side of SEO, such as the titles, title tags, image tags. We have text, TXT file, and sitemap files pre-designed. They're already there. Okay. What I want to show you is that it's a good idea to make your website secure, to use the SSL certificate. So why does it matter? Let's go back and see our website, right? This is the link. And if you see here, it's a small note that Chrome gives me, which tells me not secure. So the website is not secure. Why? It's because it's using the HTTP protocol. And I want to use HTTPS. So these are all the technical words. You don't need to really understand what is it, but one thing you need to understand is that HTTPS is the secure way, and then no one of your visitors will have any problems with opening your website. So to connect your website to the certificate, if you're using the subdomain on Tilda, it's very easy. You just go here to HTTPS redirects, manage, redirect to HTTPS, save, close, publish it again. You go here and you see there is no more note from Chrome that it's not secure. Now the website is secure. It's using HTTPS protocol. Very good. So this is something to consider. Export is something you won't probably need. If you have questions, please ask me. Forms we've already seen. Payment systems is, here's a nice section for everyone who want to accept online payments, which is totally possible on Tilda in all the currency in the world. Okay, using most popular payment services like PayPal, Stripe to check out, and so on. Header and footer is the way to add a section that will be automatically displayed on all the pages of your project. Okay, if you set it as a header on top or a footer on the bottom. Actions, permissions, I will skip it all. You don't really need it for your personal website. And in the last section of the site settings, you can upload a favicon. I never know how to pronounce it. Favicon. Favicon à la français. So the favicon is an icon that will be shown in the browser tab. Okay, it's a very, very small icon. The best suggestion I may give you is to use your logo. Okay, upload your logo and you will see it's a good practice for SEO SEO. Okay, and it also looks nice, okay, on the browser. Then for error page, you can also make a separate design of the page and define it as a 404 error page. Make sure to add the link to your actual page. Okay, this is for those who have some advanced knowledge of the web design. Okay, great. So these were the overall settings. The last thing I did not have time to go through is the menu. And I know that we are already 1 hour and 40 minutes online, but it's just like something of 5 minutes long. And I just don't want to let you go without knowing how to add a nice menu for your website. Because take a look over here. There is a menu on top, right? And menu is a very nice thing even for one-page website, because you click and the anchor links bring you to different sections of the website. So how do I do this? How do I connect different sections of my website with the menu items? First of all, I want to add a menu. I go to the menu section, right? And let me remember ME301. This is the block used in this template. Then I want to move this menu on top, right? So I use this arrow. I will not modify the design, okay? I will just make sure that the menu background is transparent. Very nice. And that it's left aligned, right? Menu items, left. Yeah, very good. Yeah, then just a sec. Yeah, okay. I will not really go into the design settings. So the content section, okay, menu items, and here are the menu items. So the items I need is the portfolio, services, and blog. So I put here portfolio. You remember we created these sections, services and blog, for our website. And here I need to put the link. So in case you have a multi-page website, you put the entire link of your page over here. But if you have one-page website, you want to add anchor links. And that is how you do this. So for example, the About Me, let me just go to the preview so that you can see it. Yeah, portfolio, services, blog, and yeah, company. I want to just take it away. Sorry, it's in the content. So yeah, okay, I'll show you the preview. Okay, this is the menu. It's not very nicely aligned, but I just don't want to spend time on that. I want to show you how to connect these buttons to the sections of the website. So the first one is portfolio. I go back to the editor and I add another block just before the portfolio section, okay, just on top of that. Click on the plus icon, go down the block library, click on the other category. And the third block from the other category is called anchor link. I added. So this is the block that is not visible for the people, but it is a technically important for you. It allows you to create an anchor, which I would call portfolio, so that you can use it then as a link for your menu items. Important thing, to use it as a link, you need to add a hashtag before that. But don't worry, there are all the instructions over here in the blog that you can read afterwards, and so that you will not make a mistake. And then there is a link to the help center as well. So you add the name of the anchor link with a hashtag in front. Let me do the same thing for services. Probably services, yeah, will be here. So I add an anchor link block, another one, services, and the blog, right? Over here, another anchor link, content, blog. I go up to the menu, content. So services, I add hashtag services. Blog, I add hashtag blog. Save and close, publish, and let's see if it works. So here is my cover. and if I click services up, I just like automatically scroll down to the services page. If I click blog, I'm move to the blog section, and portfolio brings me to the portfolio section. Isn't it cool? But it can be even cooler. Just the last thing in this streaming that I want to show you is that, I don't know if you noticed, but the way you got from the click of the mouse of the menu item to the actually section was very rough. Like, it was not smooth. So to add a smooth scrolling effect, I would go down to my website, and I'll just, I don't remember the name of the block, so I just use the smooth, the keyword in the block library to search for the right block. Smooth scroll to a local anchor link. Is that what I'm looking for? Okay, I add it as a background, as a block that is, again, invisible for my visitors. And here is the instruction. The block should be placed at the very bottom of the page. And I publish the page again, and let's see what changes. Up, you see? It's not just, like switching from one screen to another one, but it's like a scrolling effect block. Okay, it scrolls down so that it's a bit more comfortable, more comfortable for people to understand that you are being brought a bit down the page to the right section. So that's how you can actually increase the usability or user-friendly, make your navigation on one-page website more friendly to your visitors. Very good. So, thank you for your patience. We have really spent a long time together, almost 2 hours. That's kind of a record. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any questions, again, if you're watching this video as a recording, please use the comment sections. Don't hesitate, ask your questions, and I will, me or my teammates will read them and will try to answer them as soon as we can. Thank you for using Tilda. Thank you for being curious about Tilda. Again, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we publish new webinars and new useful videos about web design regularly. Okay, so you don't want to miss them. And also follow us on social media. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And thank you very much for being with us today. But before finishing this webinar, I have another question. All right, so is there a way to get 1 or 2 day trial for experiments? Oh, Alex, very good question again. Every user that gets that registers or signs up for Tilda gets a 2-week free trial, okay, on the personal plan, meaning that you have 2 weeks or 14 days of all the functions available on Tilda to try it out. Okay, and then you can either switch to the free plan, or you can decide to move to the personal or business plans, which are paid. Hope this answers your question. Yeah, if you want to go and see more about Tilda, just where it is, just go tilda.cc. Okay, pricing, and here is the pricing plans. Very good. So yeah, thanks. Thank you, Alex, for asking very nice questions. And thank you for being with us for such a long time. That was really a pleasure for me to receive all these questions. And I will be really happy to see you again. Oh, thank you. I'm using Tilda already and I recommend it to anyone. Thank you very much for these very kind comments. And yeah, have a great day and see you soon. Bye-bye.